I got a package. Inside this box should be an 11-inch MacBook Air. This 11-inch MacBook Air is a 2013 model, and I'm going to see if it works and if I got a good deal on it. I found this on eBay for a very cheap price of around $80, so I want to see if I got scammed or not. So for now, let's get started. Alright, so here's the box. We're just going to go this out. Now, I am concerned the fact that it says it's from Canada Post, because Canada Post was on strike, so I'm curious how this thing went. Alright, here we go.
2,000 years later.
Alright, and here's the MacBook. We got here is a huge chunks of newspaper, and we should have the 11-inch MacBook Air. Now that was pretty quick, but I actually want to see if this is working because I didn't order get a charger. Okay, here we go. So we're in 11-inch MacBook Air. It's the smallest MacBook ever made. So I'm definitely excited to check this out. And I've not collected a MacBook in a while. And here she is. Alright, and we should probably have the MacBook Air. Oh, it's in another one. Okay, I'm just gonna rip this. There we go, and here we are. Here is the MacBook Air 11-inch. It's actually a very nice computer, if I'm honest. This is very compact. Alright, I just want to go turn this thing on. Okay, here we go. Let's go lift up the display. Get out the paper towel. And would you look at that? MacBook Air. See if this thing turns on at all. Ooh! We got backlight. And it looks like it's booting into macOS. But what version specifically? Now, I don't know if this thing even has a password on it. Sure, do. Hope not. But yeah, you can see here, this thing's really, really like small. Smaller than a 12-inch MacBook, which obviously is the smallest MacBook ever made. So I'm going to go change angles. I'll be right back so I can show you guys more about this MacBook Air. So the MacBook turned on to a page with a password. So from the looks of it, there is a password. My guess is going to be 123. Try password. Anyway, it didn't give me a password. Oh, there you go. Okay, it just told me. So yeah, as you can see here, I bought this for $80, and as you can see here, it's now booted up. Would you look at that? We got the battery is 84%. Let's go look at the system information real quick. Bounce out. I'll see if I can update this with Open Core Legacy Patch without dying because I don't have a MagSafe 2 cord with me right now. So let's go look here at battery. If I can find it. I'm probably being blind right now, but don't judge me. Bluetooth camera. Is it under the hardware tab? No, it's not.
One eternity later.
Oh, very well. Power. So here's the battery settings. So if we go look here, this thing is at normal condition. It has 4,000 cycles, which is actually pretty shocking. And along with that, this thing, it doesn't say its battery capacity from the looks of it, so that is indeed concerning. So actually go look at About This Mac. So as you can see here, this is About This Mac. We have 4 gigs of RAM, unfortunately, but we have a dual-core i5. And yeah, God, man, this is actually a very small MacBook. Let's go see if we can put macOS Sequoia on this thing. And I'll be right back once I've messed with this thing and got the installer up and running with macOS Sequoia. So it's been 5 days. Things have changed. First of all, I don't have a Reddit account anymore. Well, sort of. Second, it's been 5 days and I now have a charger for my MacBook. Now, this is not really a charger. It's just really a converter, we can call it. But, however, this is supposed to plug in my MagSafe 1 cord into MagSafe 2. Because as you can see here, as said, there's no charger for this bad boy. So that's why I bought this little converter. So let's actually do a authentic Apple unboxing. There we go. So I hope this me not having a microphone sounds good. So yes. Also a little update. I've also got Mavericks up and running on this thing with the battery life I had left. So yeah. And here it is. This is the with the small little converter. So if I'm not mistaken, we can go plug in the converter into my MagSafe 1, plug this bad boy into my MacBook, and we can plug it in and power it on, and we should. Bruh. Nav life? I'm confused. Did I just get scammed? No, this is supposed to like convert my thing, isn't it?
1,000 years later.
Huh. Oh! Oh, yes! It's charging! It's charging! Holy crap. It's cooking. Let's go. Okay. I want to go check out the battery status of this thing, because... let's go. Alright. So here we are. macOS Mavericks. I did get macOS Mavericks while I was on battery power and off camera. But yeah, so now this is going to be the time when I install Sequoia. Also, I'm not using my mic, and I think I'm going to regret that. So, as a smooth little transition, I'm going to go just into the mic right about now. Okay, there we go. We're good. So yes, as you can see, this MacBook is running macOS Mavericks as of right now. Go check out the system information. So yeah, so I think the previous battery capacity was 100. Oh shoot, I should have never said that.
Got him!
Alright, so let's go here. Yep, it's still normal. It's 688 cycles, and today we're installing macOS Sequoia onto this MacBook Air. I meant to film this, but I didn't because it was running out of battery, and it was pretty stupid. But I do have an installer for macOS Sequoia onto this USB drive. And if I'm not mistaken, we should probably be able to install macOS Sequoia on here, wiping this entire drive, and hopefully, just hopefully, being able to get macOS Sequoia working on this thing. So we're going to plug this bad boy into the other USB side, so it will not tamper with the converter / charger. So here we go. Even got the classic Max, we even got the newer Mac sound. And we're going to make this natively on Sequoia. So let's go here to EFI boots. If you hear any like bag noises, apologies. But as you can see, we're now booting into macOS Sequoia, and we are gonna install macOS Sequoia onto this unsupported Mac. And now, in case you don't know how we're doing this, in case you wonder how I'm doing this, it's using something called Open Core Legacy Patcher. It's a very cool tool. It's where you can actually patch macOS on a older Mac, like this one. You can install Mac from all the way from 2008, which is actually pretty crazy, if I'm honest. But other than that, as said, we are installing on this 2013 MacBook Air, and yes, and with the converter in, so that means it won't like die midway. It is already at a lower percentage, but as I said, I think my charger is around like 60 watts. Anyway, it says it's like 150 to 250 volts or so, but it doesn't tell me what the specific wattage is. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but as you can see, we're now booting into macOS Sequoia, and here we are in macOS Recovery. We're now going to go click on, as you can see here, yeah, battery's already at 8%. Look at that, it's fast charging. Well, not really fast charging, but you know what I mean. Actually, we're actually going to go click View, Show all devices. We're going to completely wipe this SSD. HD. Yep, perfect. Let's go erase it. And the best part about this SSD is that it should be pretty fast, like the installation overall, like that how it just wiped. It should be pretty fast since it's an SSD. However, it does have 4 gigs of RAM, so that is definitely going to be concerning in terms of usability. But either way, if Sequoia doesn't end up working out as intended, I might just get older version like Sonoma on here, or even High Sierra. But either way, I am probably just going to be using Sequoia because it is indeed the latest version that's compatible. macOS Tahoe is not supported yet, so don't expect macOS Tahoe in the meantime. But yeah, either way, lesson learned, don't buy a MacBook without its charger. Or if you are buying a MacBook, make sure you get a charger with it. But Yeah, but other than that, we should probably be able to now install macOS Sequoia onto this older unsupported Mac. And yes, this thing does really have 128GB SSD. I'll be right back once something happens.
I apologize if the video is a bit shaky or laggy. I just got off and I just noticed that, yeah, this thing is now rebooting. As you can see here, we have the Apple logo, and it should probably like start installing macOS on. Oh wait, here it is. Should probably have the little label here. Yep, 29 minutes remaining. Absolutely pumped up for whenever this MacBook finishes. Well, it's probably gonna take like 5 times to do this, so yeah. Alright, so as you can see here, it's right now doing the root patches from the looks of it. I missed it because I was playing games, but however, I will be staying here for the meantime because of what it's doing. But either way, yeah, as you can see here, it is right now almost done. I don't know why the blur is not working, but yeah, as you can see here, where it's doing the root patches right now. It's at 18% complete. And on set, once we're done that, we're gonna put the EFI onto the MacBook, and we'll have a fully functional MacBook Air at 11-inch on the latest version. Alright, so I wasn't able to capture the audio from these clips because my mic was not working apparently. However, what you can see me doing here is waiting macOS's reboot, and I am setting it up. Along with that, adjusting it and like setting up and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy this fast forward version of me setting up the MacBook Air. Apologies if those clips were a fast forward. Unfortunately, the thing, my microphone was not working, so I'm never gonna use it again now. But however, short form is that I set it up, MacBook up, and now we have a fully functional MacBook running macOS 15 with a dual core 1.3 GHz Intel Core i5. Intel Graphics HD 5000 or 4000, I forget, whatever. Along with that, 4 GB of RAM and a 128 GB SSD. This thing is very usable in 2025. I've also managed to get Firefox as well, which is a standard web browser. So we'll see how long this is gonna take to launch. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, look at that. It took 10 seconds for it to load. That's actually pretty nice, and it's a pretty decent computer. Now, although it's not gonna be as fast as the M4 Mac Mini behind me, but it is somewhat fast. And this thing is now restored, and it is breathing life. Also forgot to mention is that if you are using this Mac, if you're using a Mac with Core Legacy patch, it could be really any Mac. Make sure you disable on Mac software updates. And mainly because of this macOS Tahoe. Because once it automatically installs, your Mac is screwed, and you cannot get macOS Sequoia back on this thing unless it is a fresh restore. Which obviously no one wants to do a fresh restore on the Mac that is just restored. So, as I said, just disable all of the software updates. I am, however, going to install 15.7.2, but that's going to be later. Either way, the best part about this MacBook is that the battery on this is in good condition. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to go install Battery Coconut and see how the battery is. So I just opened up Coconut Battery, and from the looks of it, it recognizes my MacBook Air. It has currently 54% on it. However, from the looks of it, the battery health it's supposed to be 5,100 milliamp hours, as it says, but we have 3,991 milliamp hours left, making the total capacity of 78.3%. Yes, I will pick that up, but not right now. But yeah, honestly, it's pretty insane. And the best part about it is that I got this nifty little adapter. Because I don't have a MagSafe 2 charger, I got this nifty little adapter. So if we just go put this into the MacBook, plug in my MagSafe 1, it'll start immediately charging. Well, not immediately, but however, it is indeed a temporary solution until I get a real MagSafe 2 charger, which probably won't be till God knows when. But yeah, this MacBook Air has been restored, resurrected from the dead, and is now usable in the big 2025. I'm absolutely pumped to do projects with this MacBook Air because this thing is very great. Stay tuned for the video where I restore my iPhone original that I got, which ended up being 16 gigs, and restore it to iPhone OS 1. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.